It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. First down throw for Brissett. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just one.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Well done. Hey, deep screen. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Big air.
On third down, Brissett. And he's got Rodgers. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Brissett on first down. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
50, check 50. No. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And in the air once more, it's Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. To throw is Brissett. Funchess has it complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On second down now. It's Hines. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Check. Watch 54. First down. Hey, I'm coming. First and 10 at the 22-yard line. Out. Pick the edge. Come. Flush.
On play action, Brissett. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. This is Hines. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
13th play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal.
You better be afraid of me. Over. Hey, Will. Check 24. Watch 24.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him to just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready? 2 times.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured blitz coming, and down he goes. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Joker, 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 Joker. 2-6. Boom, boom. Check 99. Hut.
First down, Brissett. Ebron with it over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Brissett to throw on first. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Brissett sets to throw it. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
I can't believe they even let you play. Hatchet. Tighten up. Zoom.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett, and that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Garoppolo on the screen. This is Coleman. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Garoppolo looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
So don't say nothing.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They will run again with Coleman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
36.
Hey, alert!
On first down, it's Coleman, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
33-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
50. Double dog. That's the way.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Got a man, he finds Sanders. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st down, San Francisco.
Here we go.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Garoppolo now. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And running with power here. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The end result, 21 yards.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the one. It's Coleman here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Garoppolo now on third and goal. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step up.
From the gun, here's Brissett. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Brissett now. Complete to Hilton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 69 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gold with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do.
He's got a man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
On 2nd down, it's Hines, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. Here's Brissett. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chester Rogers there to make the grab, as they now sit just a two-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what do we...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 78 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Important extra point up and through, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Able to power through. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. No flags. And in the final stages of this game, they're an extra point away from tying us up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep down. It got his man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Darius Leonard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The Sanders has got it complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
12, fellas, here we go.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw is Garoppolo, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
I'm going to hit you all day.
So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This from long, very long range. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This from long, very long range. Distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Brissett. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. And his throw's going to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
And nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back.
Here we go.
Slam, slam, slam. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Check.
It's third and long for Brissett. And he is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety, and the game is over. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Indy.